So FlipLok is a secondary lock that attaches to the frame of the door, and during an emergency, all your children have to do is run into the classroom, they shut the door, they flip it, it drops, it locks. It reminds them of the next action step, which is to call 911, and it lets everyone in the classroom know that the door is secure. I think my primary purpose as a young person was always to take care of or support or help people. And I feel like that's brought me to where I am today as a mom. You know, taking care of my children is my first priority. So I was here at my office and I saw this alert that there was an active threat in our area. And in that moment I realized I had no idea what my youngest daughter was supposed to do. My older kids were in college. So when we got home that day, I asked her, you know, what do you do during an active threat? Tell me what happens. And she said she's supposed to run into her classroom with her teacher, get against the wall, her teacher turns off the light, her teacher locks the door. And so I asked her, how do you know if the door is locked? She didn't. I said, can you lock the door? She said, no, Mommy, only my teacher can lock it. What do you do if your teacher's not with you? And she said, I don't know, Mommy, and my heart dropped. I said, we have a problem, and this is the big problem, because as a mom, we drop our kids off every day thinking they're gonna be safe, thinking that there's a plan outside of what we taught them, because that's the next step when we drop them off to somebody else. And when I realized in that moment she had no plan without her teacher, it scared me, because I knew that we had a problem. So I had that conversation with my husband about what we're dealing with. We had had this conversation before, but we always thought, you know, it's somebody else's problem. Somebody else has it figured out. And then as I went and I started researching and talking to other students and other schools, I realized it wasn't just something that we were facing as a one school or one district. It was nationwide. And then that's when I realized that we needed to do something different. And I told my husband, and one day he woke up, he said, oh my gosh, I got it. And we started production right away with creating, right? So 3D printers were involved, and drawings and napkins and paper towels. And when we were at a restaurant that morning, and then to getting back to our office to actually having a functional prototype, to many, many prototypes, because we wanted to make sure that it was going to be strong enough to do what we said it would do, which is secure the door. And so we did testing, and then patents are involved, which takes a lot of time. So we did that, and then we ended up with what we have today, which is the home version and the school version, because we have kids, like I said, college, apartments and things. And so we thought about, oh my gosh, what about our kids that are in apartments where they rent, or our kids that are in communal spaces while they're in college? We need to have a way to give them a secondary lock, because somebody has a key. And that's really what all this was about. FlipLok was about making our kids safe when we weren't with them, so it's not, you know, hey, did you lock your door? Hey, did you use your FlipLok? Did you make sure? Okay, we can all go to bed, you know, and know that our kids are gonna be secure for the night. If you're a parent, or you're just somebody that cares about children, or you're a teacher, you can go to your school administrators, contact your legislators, you can go to Congress, you can continue to write to advocate for your children. And I suggest that you start with your child's school and asking your child, what is their protocol? What are they supposed to do? For more information, you can contact us at FlipLok.com.